Hey guys. All right, we'll get started here in a sec. All right, I'm using a different mic today since I had some people, kind of just complaining that the mic was not good or too much movement away from it. How we sounded today? Any better? Shit, I'll make sure it's on. Yeah, I think we should be good. Yo, yo, yo! Can I get someone give me a heads up here on this mic? Cause it would kind of suck if I had to change it right now. I'm not sure I could do it that fast. Anybody home? There we go. All right, you guys are coming in, but can you hear me? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody hear me? I see you guys are on. Can anybody hear me? Wonder why. Why would this not be working? Well, I can switch back to the other one, I suppose. Shows that the mic is working on my end. Son of a bitch. Okay, so do I have a problem here? Oh, good. Okay, shit. I was asking. Nobody's replying. Okay, give me a sec. We'll get just 2 secs. All right, there we go. All right, so there you go. I'm trying to get 20. Get another minute or two for some late peeps joining us. Oh, let's see. I got. We're all ready to go on this end. All right, let's give it 3, 2, 1. All right, disclaimed. Everybody disclaimed. Seems silly. All right, this is for educational purposes only. That's yeah. All right, I think we're all disclaimed. Okay, let me get this off of here. All right, guys, I'm trying a different mic this time. This is actually the mic I use to record a lot of video over on the indicator side. It's good, but it has these giant headphones on it, which kind of bug me. So I'm full hipster today. I got the backwards hat, man. I'm ready to go, man. I'm like hipster central. Um, okay, so it sounds like you can hear me loud and clear. So a lot of people were complaining with the other mic that as my head would move around and shit that they couldn't hear. I had one guy say, "Holy shit, man, that's great stuff, but please fix the mic." So I thought, okay, well I can do that. But again, this fucking giant. I wish I had this just without the giant headphones. All right. Now, so this is from Vlad369. Vlad, okay, so I don't have a lot of insight into what you're thinking here. Now it looks kind of like you've got just you're wicking off pivots here, which is a good thought, as we all understand, right? So that it could be you're using something that's just pointing out liquidity, right? So because every one of these pivots, right, that's liquidity, right? So that's what the market looks for and reacts to, and it's something we want to be very, very mindful of. Whether it's Elliott or market structure, you want to pay attention to this, right? So we want to look for signs of liquidity being swept or grabbed or however you want to think of it. So he sent me a 5-minute chart. I'm not sure. Well, we'll look at it here. I'll work down to a 5-minute. This looks like looks like a 50. Right? So he might have something. Shit, I don't know what he's thinking, to be perfectly honest, right? Because I didn't get all I got was the chart. Okay, so let's go over here to link and see if we can make some sense of it. So, all right, if we're going to look at a 5-minute, we got to work down to it. So, oh shit, let me get that off here. All right. Oh shit, that's not even going to give us enough. So we got to get some perspective on this. So I'm going to go ahead and go to log scale because this is just such a monster. Actually, we probably have to go to. I'm on Binance. This is where we have the most history. Normally I'd be on BitGet, but we have very little history. Okay, so so he sends me a 5 minute. I'm not making light of that. It's just okay. So is what do we see here? Would this be something that would make you want to trade? Well, my first thought would be, okay, is there some sort of Elliott here that might be useful? Well, note I am in log scale. Well, the count here seems. I mean, looks like a flat, and maybe another flat. All right, so that kind of looks like, barring. I don't think we have an issue here of 3 being the shortest, but let's just double check, right? So we're all good. Would seem, right? You guys see me now introducing a lot more market structure in conjunction with Elliott Wave, right? So, and this is a good example here where, okay, the Elliott is pretty obvious here, so it's useful, right? But we're going to look at, and as we go down here, look at some of this. There'll be locations where it's not so useful, right? And then what do we do, right? So that's where a little market structure can be helpful. So in that context of liquidity being swept, well, you could see the possibility here. It's just that. It's just a possibility that we're sweeping some liquidity here. Well, okay, just process, right? So much of what I'm doing here is about process, right? So you can kind of develop your skill set here. And I know many of you, you're posting, looking for feedback. Many of you, you really don't need it, right? I think you're posting just to be generous with other members here. But if this is a completed impulse, right? I mean, that's not a stretch to be thinking, oh, okay, there's an impulse, and all right. So what, right? In Elliott 101, right? So 5s are followed by 3s. Okay, right. So we got a pretty clear 5 now. This is a kind of a, well, let's see, what would your thoughts be? A, B, that's your first thought, right? I mean, in context of keeping it simple, okay, does this work? Like a lot of times, you just fire something up here and say, okay, does that fly? I mean, there's no reason to go to a WXYX. There's no reason to complicate it just yet. Okay, A, B. Okay, let's just, again, trying to keep it simple, right? So what is this a candidate? Okay, 1 2 seems reasonable. Looks like 1 2 again. 1 2 3 4. So let's go 3 4. Again, sometimes you just they're placeholders. Okay, now does it fly, right? Do we like it? Well, I do think one thing that's a good thought, right? Keep some perspective. Log scale, of course, right? It distorts, right? It distorts what you're looking at. It distorts to your eye. So when you put it like this, obviously very different structure. But I don't know that. I mean, what are we going here from 4 cents to 52 cents, right? I mean, the rule is the wrong word. Guide would be 3 minimum 3, 4 plus the range. Now you're going to look in log scale. Well, it's not a bad idea, right? So remember, right? So we're always kind of trying to figure out, right? Is the algo running in log, right? When it's never, you have to look to find it. Well, okay, you tell me. I know it's got to be like, oh my God, not the fucking measured move again. But I don't know. I feel like I'd be doing a disservice here if we weren't focusing on that, because it permeates every market at every time frame, every day. So do you see in that spirit of what he sent me here, where it's like, oh, okay, let's look for. We know, right? We don't have to wonder. We know there's liquidity, i.e. stops. It could be limit orders. There's stops around every pivot. So now if we come back here, you go, okay, doesn't it look like maybe that's what happened there? Maybe, right? This was a little inducement, like, oh, because somebody sold it there. We come back up. What do we do? Right? See, if you saw that, oh, it looks like that might be too far. It looks like it might be too far. Well, it's wick only. Iffy, right? You like to see them like this. Okay, so here's the target. I know, man. I know. Seems crazy, right? Now we go into log scale where we're compressing. Would you? I mean, the swing is the swing, right? So log scale distorts it here. It would seem to me perhaps we've got another one right here, right? We're in the pocket. We don't tick it. Cleared second. Let's go to log here and stay with where we started here. So right, just kind of checking, right? How technical is it? How technical? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that look like we're done there? So part of what makes this a bit problematic here is you look how the length of time of that two relative. I mean, for all we, I mean, maybe, right? Or is this here? Oh, let's get down in there. I mean, this is kind of the process you'd likely be going through, going, what the fuck is that, right? Okay, so can we do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, looks good. A, B, C, 2. Let's label it, right? Just trying to drill down. Again, it's process, right? That seems. I don't love that, right? That's what the market is giving us, right? So a lot of times it's you're not going to get the count you love, right? It's just you got to work with what the market's giving you, right? So we can see a little, just to check, okay, with ABC, do we finish here? Well, that would look like, oh God, keep it simple, right? So it's a 3, right? Now, can we get out of this thing here? Is this 1, 2? God, that's a shit show in there right now. Oh shit, let's go to an 8. All right, so this is where the Elliott can be problematic. Do we really? This is where I come to this and I go, okay. When the Elliott's clear, useful. Now, is there a count here? That's I guarantee my guys, who I will remind you, are much better Ellioticians than I am. I guarantee my team, right? I've got 4 guys that could all come up with a count here. But I almost feel it's like, okay, could we do it as an exercise in flexing our Elliott knowledge? Yeah, well, probably. Is it useful to making a trading decision right here, right now? I'm not so sure it is. What? How do we not just look at this as just a giant range? Right now, is that range helpful to us? Well, so how do we want to approach a range if I'm bringing this? Oh fuck, bringing it down a little bit. Well, we've all, again, you don't have to be a rocket scientist. So when in a range, what do we want to do in a range? Well, if we can buy at the discount and sell at the premium, right? I mean, not to be silly about it, but ideally, that's what you might look for. Now, we're looking at this on an 8-hour. Remember, he sent me a 5-minute, right? So I'm trying to get down there, but see, now we're on an 8-hour here. This is just out of curiosity. Let's go to a 3-day here and see what that looks like. If we step out, right? Does that give us an advantage? Well, that sure looks like a 3, and that sure looks like a 3. Oh, I mean, you can look at this and think, okay, so it's some sort of combo. I can't. I swear to God, I don't think it matters, right? Whatever it is, it's very wave 4 like. What I don't like here is that we got to account for this. There's not much here I would do because of this. So do you see what I'm struggling with here? So we look at the length of time of this too, right? Now compare that, right, with what we're doing over here in terms of length of time. So it makes me uncomfortable here. This actually, as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually, this plays a little bit better to have this be a 1, 2, right? But then that would be mighty bearish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So we're coming down. Yeah, shit, that's a shit show. Can't say I'd take any action here because I'm unsure, right? So when you're unsure, why why take a trade? If you don't see what you like, just okay, green banana. Maybe it develops into something. Maybe we're going down here to this. So sometimes, so what let me see if I can get to something that might be relevant to his 5-minute. Just out of curiosity here, let's just see if this is the problem here. Let's go to a daily. this the problem? Well, it could be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like I can get an A here. Let's rethink this. Let's go A. I don't like that. Let's go triangle B. C. All right. So let's see if we can make that fly. So a lot of times, right, it's just you have to kind of play with it, right? What do we got here now? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. PK may be groaning right now. Maybe. You'd have an ending diag there. If it's A, B, C, D, E, that's I would be fine with that myself. 1, 2. Well, we got an overlap here. So 1, 2, 3. Got to do it as a diag. Okay, so let's consider this. Let's see if we can reconstruct this. Okay, so that would be a candidate for a W. So let's get rid of that. So let's go. Oh, come here. Oh, so let's go W, A, B, C, X. I got to put you over here somewhere. Let's get out of that. Let's pull back here. Okay. Can we rethink this? WX. All right, what do we need now? If that's going to hold as an ABC into an X and we got an ABC into a W, does this clean it up a little bit? Well, the Y is going to have to be way down here. Well, we need a 5, right? So this actually may play better. So let's pull this out of here. 1, 2. We can push this back over here. 1, 2 to ABC, right? So that flies. 3, 4, 5. So the 3 is good. So now we can accommodate this a little bit better. Okay, right. So there's a little bit, if gun to my head, if I've got to trade this, which I can't say I would be in a hurry to do. Come here. All right, maybe we can get this to fly. Let's go to wave 4. Okay, so we've got this tight little range, all within our wave 4. All of this here, clear resistance. Coming down for a 5. Okay, cleans it up a little bit. WXY, right? So because this, I was kind of fighting with this being a, well, there's no reason some of this we couldn't participate in a little structure here. I might actually do this, right? So this is liquidity, right? So there's a good example, right, of just looking for liquidity grabs, right? That's, you can just, so how do you, I know after the fact, right? But this is something to learn from. When you see that, right, we know what happened there, right? Stops were run. And then how do you have absolute certainty with that? Because look what happens after it. Right? It's not just that they're wicking around here running some stops. It's what comes off of that, right? So I promise there's people going, oh motherfucker, I knew that thing was going down, right? And they get stopped out here, right? You know it, right? So, is there anything else we might be able to add here? Oh well, we might see what the geometry looks like. I'm going to try to get to a 5-minute in a second, right? So there's a miss. Let's go, since it's corrective. Let's go to shift. Yeah, we can try to put a channel, right? Modified shift, just a channel. You might be looking down here. So, all right, let's put on some. Right now, I'm going to add the market structure just because it speeds it up, right? So with anything like a piece of software, like Sonar Labs, and there's others. In fact, another one, I'm talking to another vendor that I like their material as well. It's in the same vein, a little bit. A little bit more affordable. I mean, if you can't make $59 a month using a tool like this, you got to rethink what you're doing, right? It's just not that much money. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, it's long sideways 4. Labeling it, I don't think it matters, right? Whatever it is, it's 4-ish. It's a 4, right? We're not, right? What are we looking for in a 4? We're not progressing the trend, right? We're just going sideways. So coming out of that, not surprising, right? Now, are we going to go down here? Well, let's look for any signs of supply demand. Well, lo and behold, right? So now, see, this is what I think I've been trying to emphasize in all the content I'm doing, and literally halfway through a course on this. Okay, so we can combine Elliott market structure, right? I mean, they dovetail together. It's just beautifully, right? Because it's so similar conceptually, other than the restrictions of Elliott, right? We take away some of those restrictions. Oh fuck, the five, it's a leading diag. Oh, but five is just is 2 ticks shorter than three, so it can't be. We take away some of that, some of those restrictions, which should be appealing to many. Some will be like, right, man, is that those rules guide me? So I need those rules because it influences my decision making. There's no right answer there. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. I don't, you know, to have my hands tied like that a little bit. I wrestle with that as a trader, as a technician. So I like the freedom that market structure gives me. Okay, so if I'm looking here, well, what can I see? Right. Well, here's here, right? So we're coming right in. Well, you could just do the whole thing, right? The whole thing, right? Here's all the demand. Where did we just so you kind of look at that and think, oh man, well that kind of makes sense, right? So we're coming. So let me take my drawing out of here. Right. So what do we do here, right? So we've got a supply up here, right? Tapped 3 times. Now, by the way, this whole idea of tapping multiple times makes it stronger is complete bullshit, right? The more times it's like saying the more times I throw a rock at a window, the stronger it gets. No. No, the more times you throw a rock at a window, more likely it is to break on the next throw. So yeah, okay, clearly we can see there's defense here. There's bear pressure here, but that doesn't mean, oh, if it tests it again, boy, I'm going heavy because I know it's going to hold. No, if it comes again, get out of the way. Okay, so if we're coming down here, okay, do I have a 5? I'm trying to get to his 5-minute cheese. Sometimes I just talk too much. Okay. Does that look like a good finish? I kind of come back to, well, if I don't have a, oh man, if it's not this, well, I can't trade it, right? No, I wouldn't say that. Okay, so now we're on a daily, right? Is there anything clear here? Well, maybe the clearest thing of all. Oh shit, come here. The clearest thing of all might be this, something like this going in. All right, maybe, right? I got a fair value gap here, so maybe up here we'll find a little maybe, right? The little liquidity grab here. Here's the supply. We got supply above. I mean, there's lots of, okay, but is this a clear 1, 2, 3? No. All right, let's go down. All right, so if I'm at the daily, right? We'll just say fairly standard here. We'll go to a 4, right? We'll go from a daily to a 4. See if we can put together a trade here that would make sense relative to something shorter. Okay, if you're in this and you've seen this, we got an A, I got a retrace, so I got a swing, I got an internal retracement that is now going external. Well, so wouldn't that be a reasonable spot? Now look what's happening here. Right now, that doesn't mean that we can't go up here, but you can certainly see what's underway here. Liquidity grab, right? So if you're going to sell that, that's not a bad. If you're trying to sell this, if you're thinking about selling, there's not enough there yet. You'd want to see this come back down, maybe come back, and then look for a sell. I don't think we're there yet, but this is just the kind of thing to look for, which I take you back to what he gave me, right? So, oh, liquidity grab, right, into all of this imbalance, right? So we're mitigating that just barely, See a little further. I'd want to see this before I would be even thinking about shorting it. Now, why am I even thinking about shorting it? Because, right, if we step back to the Elliott count, we're looking for this to come down a little bit lower, at least come into this demand where I've got this structure down here and I've got a potential, right? If I can, right now it's a guess. Okay, maybe. Am I doing this? It's not much of an impulse. Jesus, how are we even doing that? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe big extension in the 5th. Correction here. I'd like it better here. Well, that's a. So I just wouldn't. I just don't think the Elliott here down as we go down here. Now we're at a 4-hour and it's elusive. I think now let's go down. Let's go from the 4. Oh, let's go to the 15. See if there's something here we can work with. Now at the 15, I don't need to be in log scale. I'm going to try and get to his 5 here in a second. Okay, well, I'm definitely mindful of this. Here, so how far have we gotten into this? We've just got to the, we not actually haven't, well, we're into it, but the way Sonar is labeling it here, they're not including all of it because we've come back and tapped into some of this. This remains unmitigated. So you've got more here. Okay, what? So I don't know if he wants to long or short it. I'm just trying to put together. Well, if it was me, if I think this is the 3. Oh, what do we got below? I got nothing below. I start saying, okay, I got to build a case, right? You always have to build a case. Okay, well, that gets my attention. Was it golden? A little sloppy. I'm not careful here. We got closes or wicks? We got closes. Closes. Okay, so that's sloppy. This is legit, right? It clears. Doesn't overlap. I'm good here. Let's get this here. Get this here, right? So we've got, all right, we clear, right? We don't come into it. So what would your next trade be? 1, A, B, C. Let's label it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is it we're looking for? Well, you can make a case that you had at least a change of character here, right? But can I scrunch that? Shit, I'm not going to be able to. Let's go to the 15. Not going to be able to scrunch. So change of character, right? So it's been lower, low, right here. Now we start over. All of a sudden, I'm breaking a pivot here. So I wouldn't call that a break of structure. It's just a change of character here. So there we sit onto that change of character. I've got a candidate for an ABC. I'm a little sloppy on the pull down here, so I might go to platinum. All right, in the pocket for a deeper retracement, up we go to the remember, right, once we get the corner, right, as long as this corner holds 80%, so our 80% is realized. Well, if I'm trading this, I'm looking for shorts. I've already swept the highs here, so I want to see something like this come down, right, something like that to finish it. So if we dig into that, is there a setup there? Shit, I guess we got to go to his 5-minute. Let's zoom in there. So there's the candidate. We've already had a little change of character, just a little here. There's a little pullback here. We've taken this out. So you've got the liquidity grab on this side. So I'd do it like this. Shit, I mean, it's not that complicated, really. All right. So if we come back to this, right, anywhere in here. Now, where's your target? Right down here. So having gone through all of that, right, what's the point of it? You could use the block, split it. Okay, so on our 5-minute, now you note, right, this is very counter trend. If we're down here on a 5-minute, very counter trend. So I'm looking at this going, well, if I retrace here, why would I think about selling that? Look at the risk reward. That's why. Now, if I get stopped out, big fucking deal. Right? I mean, it's just another trade, right? This is my mantra lately. Okay, but if I'm doing something, right, dumb, you're not going to do this, right? Not going to do that. Oh, I didn't want to get stopped out, so I wanted to give it plenty of room to breathe. No, disciplined on the stops, right? Because if it goes a little higher and you get stopped out, well, you'd be rethinking it again. Oh, can I do the same thing here? Oh, got stopped out, right? Oh shit. Oh man, can I do the same thing a little higher? Right, until you're proven wrong, right, and it completely changes, right, and you're confirmed that, whoa, shit, I'm in a raging uptrend. The play is still on the short side, but this, right, this is the key, right here to surviving in the market and thriving in the market. It's this. What's your risk reward, right? And then here, what separates, right, good traders from mediocre traders is the guy who can let it run. Be like, oh shit, I just wanted to see, oh, I got to the POC, I had to take it. Okay, right now, so you got to ask yourself, well, if it goes down here, how would you analyze your performance on the trade? Well, you got a winner, right? You did get a winner. If this is the C though, right? If your Elliott count is right, so think of it that way. If the Elliott count is correctly identified, and we're waiting for a 5 to finish, 1, 2. Well, this could be the one of the this could be the one of the 5, right? So I'm down on a 5-minute, right? So this has got a ways to go. I mean, there is if we start to go out to a 15, I need to think about, okay, where is really the potential move here? Lower? What do we got there? 19 to 1. Now, if you're analyzing, if you put that trade on, right, and you're typing up your journal, here I am, journaling my trades. I took a short on Link. I had a 20 to 1 risk reward. If you get stopped out, are you kicking yourself and are you pissed? Now, I mean, if you used 500 to 1 leverage and you put your whole account in it, you're just a fucking moron, right? So I know nobody here watching is going to do that. Well, I hope, right? So what? Okay, structure the trade. It took me a minute to get there. Structure the trade, put the risk reward on, let it enter the market, and get your fucking hands off the mouse. Let it fly. You have a trade plan. Okay, we get to this order block. Okay, maybe you take a partial. Right, take half of it off. Right, so that way, if it goes, at least part of your position got the full Monty here. Right, you got the full benefit of it, and all of it. Right. Remember where we started back here with just that tiny little, like, oh fuck, what are we doing here? Does anybody want to trade this? Well, you work around it, and you can finally. All right, let me keep moving. God, once I start, sometimes I don't. Okay, I got George here, so let me get. Oh shit, how am I gonna do this? Okay, so George is giving us this is something he's been. George is one of our senpais, right? He's a sensei in training, making great progress with his TA skills, and I almost think George is when he got here, he's better fundamentally, right? And he knows how to dig into some of these DeFi. I mean, he's way over my head in much of this stuff, but his Elliott skills were not fantastic. Way something available to you if you want to participate as a member, you get to tap into these guys. I said these guys are way better than I am at Elliott, and they're not going to be with me forever, right? So it's a great opportunity. Many of these guys will go on to lucrative careers. A few in particular as analysts, and some of them, right, they just trade their own account and they do just fine. But if you want to learn from some really talented people, boy, I've got them. Okay, so here we are. This is total 3. So total 3 is all of the alts less Bitcoin and ETH. So you get a true look at the alts, right? We peel ETH out of it, right? So okay, what are the alts really looking like? Oh, he's talking about. I guess this is to the tether. Oh, okay. So he's making it's to the tether and to the USDC. So do we have a count here? Well, how far can we go back? All right, we get this. So here's our well, this is COVID. Okay, that'll work. What are we on? Crypto cap. Okay, so I got an impulse. I think we could all agree that's an impulse. A, B, I got a C, right? So I got a candidate for a 2. It's a little shallow, but there's no requirement that we make the 50 golden zone. It's just a target, right? It's commonly where we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I have a good low here? What am I on? I'm a daily, right? Is for you alt bulls, all right, or that are well, alts are got an uphill battle. Okay, so 1 AB looks like we got an AB working on the C here. Let's get in there. Let's go to an 8-hour question mark, right? That is a little question mark. ABC, that looks good, except make this Smaller. Okay, so we got an ABC, A, A, B, oh fuck, it doesn't matter. I C. That's corrective. A, B, right? Because we don't launch, right? So if not this, then what? Well, we've got our one here. All right, so B. So A, B, 1, 2, 3. Boy, that's rough. 1, 2. Looks exactly like what we were just looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a 1, 2, 3. What are we doing there? 1, 2. Oof. Looks like that's got to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or as it is right now, you got to hold there. I'm going to just push that out for a second. All right, what can we see over here? Always look left. What's over here? Well, of course, we can all see the big fair value gap here, right? The imbalance as we came down right now. I mean, you can't trade TOTAL3, or so we're just looking like, okay, what's going on in the alt space? So how do we look over here? Coming back this way. If it's a wave 4, right? We're right at a 50 as we're tapping that. Just out of curiosity, right? So liquidity. I mean, you could see people just kind of use it because it's just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, it's likely that's an algo, right? Likely. It's likely an algo here at play. Are they working off the 1? Let's use that. Unrealized, right? So we roll over now. Algo's out. You got this guy here. Right, since it's a 50, right, we have a candidate for an algo. All right, so I should probably just do it this way. There we go. All right, so we have a target down here for a C. 4 is a little, see, you can look at this and go, boy, you wanted the 4 there, didn't you? You wanted it right here to finish it up cleanly. That's what you wanted, right? If you could get that, now we don't get it. So we got 2 possibilities here. Since this is all wick, you truncate it here. Truncation is last resort. But if we start to go impulsive here, well, how are we going to know, right? You're going to have to go all the way back here. You're going to have to break this, right, before we start to see, okay, alt season, maybe starting, maybe. Right, again, it's not going to trade as technically as an individual asset, but it's something to keep an eye on. So right there, put you up here. I'd probably put an alert on that 1, because then we'd start to break down a little bit. Actually, 2, there's just no 2 there. All right, that's one to be watching, right? So what's the takeaway there? If we take out some of this structure up here, let's go back to the daily. If we take out some of this structure up here, maybe alts start to go again. Boy, it's a long way to go. Long way to go. It's hard not to just kind of see this and go, okay, well, we're just in a range again. You're gonna have to, this has got to fly right before alts are gonna get in the game. So one to watch here. Thanks for that one, George. All right, let me keep moving here. So I've got this is Wonka, who's out of town, but he gave me a couple that he's interested in. So let me. Oh shit, did you give me something else here? Look at left chart. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm sorry, George. Okay, so what do I got here? So this is so he wants. So let me take this off because I like to come to that last. So let's go to, what did he give me here? He gave me Aptos. Let's go. Let's use Qcoin. All right, so there's a 3-day. Let's go to a daily. Okay, first thought, is there a clear, obvious Elliott wave structure here that we can play with? No. Right, it's just a... I've often thought to describe it this way. Elliott, it's a bit elusive. It'll show up and then it'll disappear and then it'll show up again. Right now, can we label it? Yeah, we can label it. All right, well, we can probably all agree that there's something along these lines here that happened. Okay, so, right, and we like that. Always prefer if I can connect them, right? I want this all connected, right? Can I get a clean impulse here? Yes. Okay, so I got an impulse. So what can we say definitively about what's happening here? I got an impulse, I got a very long correction, but I'm still internal to this low. What's it going to be? Internal, external. Well, if we're going external, we're going through the floor. Aptos. Let's put it in logged, make it so it doesn't look so horrible. Yeah, it could be a little. I don't know what we got there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, when in doubt, right? Always. What's the simplest thing? That's the simplest thing I can see. Can't say I love it. Actually, we might be able to do it here. 1, 2. Well, let's label it. Right. Again, a lot of times you start out, they're just placeholders, okay, and then you got to say, oh shit, that doesn't work. Oh no, that one doesn't work. Oh wait, oh that works, and then you find it, right? It's a little bit of a, it's a kind of search and rescue. I shouldn't say that. Like these guys, what a horrible story. Those guys at the bottom of the ocean. Okay, I'm sure you guys have seen that horrible story because they know what's coming. God, what a I digress. That story is really troubling. Okay, so impulse correction. So what are we looking for, right? It on the assumption, right? It's on the assumption, right? Let's see how we do here. That looks too deep, but that is all wick. Interesting. Let's go platinum. Went 707 on the wick. A lot of it is like a quality check. Oh, okay. Well, how'd we do? Oh, come here. How'd we do? Has it been technical as it's moving? Well, that's pretty good. ABC to the 4, waterfall 5, right? So it looks like we're done. Okay. Well, if we're done, what are we looking for, right? So what in your dream trade? What, like if you could have this play just perfectly? Isn't this about what you have in your mind's eye? Oh shit, maybe we'll get that, right? Oh, big impulse, 3 in the correction. Maybe I'll get it. Maybe I'll get that. I mean, what is there some reason to not project that? Oh well, Gary Gensler, he's gonna crush all the alts. So maybe. I don't think so. All right, let's go from the daily. Do we have something here to work with? I can't say it's the prettiest. So here's our 5. I guess we can get this off of here. Well, see, you kind of have to include that. That's actually annoying. Okay, so let's look here again. See, that's all wick. It's tempting. Let's see how the algos played it. Well, you can go A, B, C, right? So you're thinking diag, right? It's not. All right, remember. So why do we look for diags, right? At potential ending locations, right? Because the market has been in a raging downtrend, right? It takes a lot of energy, muscle, conviction, to turn it around, which is why you get so many overlaps. So, well, let's just fire it up there. Okay, so possibly 3, 4, 5, maybe. And now my purists are going to get up my ass here because my 3 is potentially now the short. Oh, we are in log scale. Let's just look here. Well, you'd have to be watching for that, right? So, but it actually looks like it's going to be the longest. Looks like it'd be a contracting diagram. So you'd have to be watching for that. Candidate, right? Am I going to trade on that? No. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have this. All of this looks like an order blocker, actually. Right, or supply zone here. I get it. Order block gets used so loosely. Okay, potentially supply, right? Why do you say? How would you? Fuck, man, how do you know? Well, look, look what came off of that, right? So that would be reasonable. Jesus, God, allergies. It's 106 here today with humidity. Allergies are just brutal. So this is probably the better mic for me rather than that other one. Okay, so I got a candidate here for a 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Why think anything less? We can probably draw this up this way. So perhaps we've got a wedge going in here. All right, let's throw some market structure. Now again, you could do this yourself, right? Many. It's like Elliott Wave, right? You could use Motive Wave or other pieces of software to do it for you. But until you know how to do it yourself, you're not going to get as much value out of that. Now I'm doing it here in the interest of time. Show you. Okay. All right. So now it's all done for me. I don't have to go through. It's all done for me, right? For $59 a month, right? Something to think about. Okay. So let's get this off of here. Okay. So what's here, right? So here's the supply, right? That's more refined than I had it, right? Because you could damn near look at the whole thing. Here's liquidity, right? So we can see this like every pivot. Remember, every pivot is potential liquidity. Again, here's Sonar Labs just marking it off for me. Sonar Labs available with a discount from the TDU discount code available underneath this video and in our link tree. All right, there's my promo for the day. I'm not much of a promoter. My team gives me shit all the time. Right? You never promote the damn thing. 1, 2, right? So maybe down here where I've got demand, got this little, I got a little POC here. Okay, so we're coming right up into potential supply, right? And you can kind of see how this whole thing could work. I don't know that I'd be dying to take a short here. What I'd be looking for, if we're done here, 1, 2, right? Give me the 2. I don't know that we're done here, but look how that lines up. I don't know, right? We'll see, right? You don't want this going much higher because it's going to blow up the count that we have here, right? Now, again, we don't know, but you can kind of make sense. It just makes sense. Oh, look how we stalled here. Look how we stalled before we went down. Now, what else do we have to look for, right? Have to. Why? It seems silly, right? That I show that, I don't know, thousands and thousands of times, but you kind of want to know it's there, right? So can you see? Oh boy, I can see how this is all shaping up. And then okay, let's just drag it over, right? Prior support becomes the resistance. Oh, by the way, there's a golden zone there, coincidentally. Okay, so if we come back down here, wouldn't you do the same thing? Well, we'll look at it both ways, right? Wouldn't you do this? Wouldn't that be right? Can I get a golden here? Well, slow down, right? Remember, there's always an algo, always can be a golden on the other side. Now you can look at that and say, well, hey, hey Sam, I thought I had 80% probability that I got to that median line. Now, well, you do. I have 80% probability that I get to the median line here. So I've got competing forces, right? 80% that I get here, right? That is, well, I don't have this pivot yet. So if I were to get down there, this one I have. So why would you not do that? Why would you not be, oh, fuck, sell the shit out of it? Because if we look at our context, our assumption is that, oh shit, let's go back to the 4. Our assumption is that we're done. That we're done here. That's why. That's why I'd lean into the long if it comes down here to that golden, because I've got a count here that plays to be done here. Actually, it looks like there's another little order block right there, right, which we just tapped into, which does nothing but give you more conviction. Oh, that looks like a good low. So 1, 2, so this is green banana, right? You're waiting for the retrace. Well, let's clear some of this up. Right, so the value of having that there is that we go, because you're always looking at this going, huh, wonder why it stops there. Right? Isn't that always, huh, why does it stop? Why does it stop there? Why does it stop there? As soon as you're thinking that, boy, I hope it's reflexive now. You go, oh shit, well, that looks like I better check. I hope that's what you're doing. I mean, that's the point of all this, right? To teach you this process. It's not to say, oh shit, I got to trade here. It's to teach you the process, because you have to repeat this hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. I don't shit. I mean, forever, right? I mean, this is how the market moves. This until this changes, right? If there's a new algo, we'll adapt. Right now, there's no. That's the only algo you need to worry about. All right. Aptos, good, right? Thanks for that one, Wonka. Right? I think yeah, I'd be so again. I don't want to sell it, but I sure am interested in the buy side if we start to come down here. All right, what else did he give me? Optimism. Optimism. Oh shit. Let's go to what's that key coin? Oh, yeah, I already did this one. Oh, what a shocker! You got to be kidding me. I mean, you guys got to be getting sick of it, right? I sometimes think, God, they got to be so fucking tired of it. I mean, are you tired of making money? Probably not. Right? You're trading to make money, so I'm just reinforcing to you how dominant this algo is, right? I mean, I just how is that not the first thing you check? Mystery to me, absolute mystery. Massive swing all the way down. Why here? Why does it stop here? That's what I kept asking. Why does it stop here? Why? I said, inquiring minds want to know. Oh, golden zone. Okay, do we look like we're done? What a clusterfuck that is, right? Does that look like some Elliott count here that we can work with? No. Do we need the Elliott count here? Right. So is there a count here? Oh fuck. Probably. I guarantee my guys could nail this probably in 5 minutes. But do we need it to make money, right? So if you just said, okay, I don't know, all right, maybe it's starting to show up, right? Which is how I interpret Elliott, right? It comes, it's elusive, right? It'll show up and then it'll leave. And then it'll show up again, right? So when you see it, when you've got it, when you can't fucking miss it, is this what would you thought be here? Oh, ABC? No, right? What it doesn't. There is no Elliott count here. I mean, again, could you label it? Yeah, but is it what we're looking for as Elliott traders? No. Does any of this matter now? No, it doesn't. What matters? Let's go down to a 4. Okay, can we get an impulse going here? Okay, well maybe, right? You know, we're tapping the supply. All right, let's just dig in there a little bit, see if there's anything here. Boy, talk about us. So you have to look at that and you think, God, are they just running the stops, or are they just going down here so they can buy it where they want to? Is it driven down here to where it tags that? Okay, let's see if this would make sense, right? I mean, it's good. It's not great. Fuck. Yeah. Well, it looks like you're stuck with that, because that's a 5. That's a 3. Yeah. Can't say I love it. Yeah, that's some sloppy Elliott there. See, because you're dealing with that wick. All right, okay, 1. Oh, here I've got I usually leave that off here. Let's do the Elliott without that. Okay, so do we have it? No, I think we don't. I think you got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think you might have that. Okay. Well, all right, just standard ops. What are we going to do? Right, it's the same. Right, the value here, right? And I hope, right? People are like, God damn, this guy's boring, right? It's the same thing over and over. That's the whole point. It's the same thing over and over and over and over. That's the whole point. All right, so 3. Well, why would we not put that 3 at the most probable location for a 3? Does it look like we have an internal? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Looks like that's still working on its own impulse. Looks like it's still working on it, right? We don't know, right? For all I know, with this thing craters, right? But right now, right, it's a snapshot in time. Okay, right now, what does that look like? Okay, here's what I'm focusing off of. I've got a perfectly technical pivot. 1. So, you know, you're going to have to make do there because it looks like you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh, that's a fucker. But it looks like you can get into a 1, 2. All right, I would just leave it. It's not corrective, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like you're on your way here to completing this up here. So is there a trade? Well, prior 3, 4 down a degree, not a bad spot to look. If heavy emphasis, if we come back here, right? Nothing says we couldn't just keep going here, but right now it looks like it. Okay, so let's add in some, you know, instead of taking the time to go, here's the change of character, I'm just going to use the software, right? Let it do it for me. It's just an efficiency tool, right? I would not advise somebody use this without having studied market structure. Conveniently, we've got a whole course on it. Okay, so where are we? What are we hitting? Supply. Was that hard to spot? Well, not when you're putting on a piece of software to do it for you. Liquidity, right? That's so. Why do we see the trend line here as what's the point of that? Because where does retail put their stops, right? On the other side of the trend line. So that's the inducement here is that oh potentially, right? We want to see these liquidity zones mitigated here. So as we come up here, okay, hang on now, let's get it. Looks like we might be already through, right? This would be a good sign. So here's our last swing all the way down to and through, right? Now you're going to have to go back one. I'd probably go all the way, right? You got a ways to go here. Look, oh, lo and behold, look where the wave 3 would be. I think there might be maybe an order block up here, right? This won't you can have this show you every order block on the chart, but I think it gets to be too messy, right? So I'm just drawing that in. Reasonable spot where you might see it. So what do we have here? We have a green banana, right? So I would be if anything, right? Since based on the fact I've got a candidate for an impulse here, I come back to the POC, see the right. I can go up here and I get that 5, right? So the 4 to the 5 tradable, right? 3 to the 4 tradable, right? How aggressive do you want to be? How much do you want to? I mean, how much do you want to throw it at Optimism? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all right. Again, it's process. Process is what we're focused on. Okay, can we do this? All right, if I do this, give me maybe a location for that 4. For the 5. 1, 2, 3. All right, you can see, right? You might as well map out what your dream trade. That's what you're dreaming of, right, boys? Now, note here: when you're coming into a major golden zone like that, boy, you want to have house money. This is what retail does because they don't know it's there. They'll buy it. Oh, breaking that high, time to buy it. Right, that'll set up the 2. You want to really be if you're conservative, you wait for that break. Right now why? Because now I have no algo fighting me, right, on the buy side. So if that breaks, then what are you waiting for, right? You're not buying it here. No, this would be a break of struck. Well, that you'd have at least change of character, but we'd have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? So we'd have a trend. What is the next thing you're looking for? Not the buy here. No. That's what retail does. Oh, breakout, we can buy it. No, dumbass. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. Right? I mean, for all I know, right, it just flies to new all-time highs, right? I shouldn't say that, but that's a low probability trade. Right? What's your risk reward? What's your target? Prior high? Where's your stop? The prior low, or just some random number? What would we have here, right? So this, just as we were looking at before, this is all liquidity, right? So you'd want to see that swept, come back here, right? We're coming up here. Oh, who's buying here? Retail, right? What's up here? Likely, right? You'd have some supply up here. What do? They wait until it gets there. They go, oh, I'm going to front run that breakout. Happens every day. Millions and millions and millions of times, right? Thankfully, right? Somebody's got to be on the other side of the trade, right? The obvious, holy shit, did somebody really sell it there? Yeah, somebody did. Okay, Optimism, I think same thing. You're waiting for the 4 to the 5, waiting for the ABC, right? To get You got to be patient to trade some of this stuff. You're trading on 60 minutes and above, you better be patient. You know, if you're impatient and you're trading for the dopamine hit, well, one, you're not be long for the market. But if you're trading for that adrenaline, you got to get down to a smaller time frame. If you're trading to make money and you want to use this kind of approach, you got to look at the longer term, right? And you got to be patient. So you look here and you go, oh, well, it's not ready. Doesn't mean I don't love the potential here. I love it down here. All right, let me keep going. CN Salazar always comes through. Appreciate you, man. All right, let's see what I got here. CN Salazar, what are we looking at? You've given me a couple of interesting ones lately. Okay, so let's get that done. What's the market doing? Whew, having this hat on, it's so fucking hot here. It's literally 106 here today. Okay, so he likes a deep retracement. Okay, I like his thinking here already. Or did you already buy it? Wait, trying to determine if this is corrective or really a 3 in play. Okay, so let's get that off of there. Wow. Okay, so must be you're waiting for this to retrace. I'm not sure what you're thinking here. Why is that there? You're waiting to be a buyer down here? I guess I get that. Are you in it? Do you say anything? Already in. Okay, gotcha. So he bought it down here. Okay, so good for you. Okay, so he's in. I got it now. Okay, so let's. That's a little sloppy. Let's get that back. Okay, so where are we right now? Okay. Do you see where we are? Okay. All right. Let's put it all together. Swing high, swing low. Where are we? Golden zone. Okay, now that's the secondary, right? So you're gonna have to check that as well, right? And if that breaks, you got to go to that one, right? It's the same thing. Because that's what the algo will do, right? You're not in the clear until you break this. Well, look what that would be. Look where that would be, right? The high probability location for your wave 3. So the thing, well, you know, this is tricky. So he's running right into the 50. Now, it's not that 50 is less effective than the golden zone. It's just that you've got a wider stop, right? That's why we love the golden zone, because the risk reward is so friendly. Okay, so CN, let's see. You're giving me a 24-hour. Let's go to the 4 and see if do we have a completed impulse? Since you're in, well, number one, good for you, man. Great. I think line of the channel, right? Kind of like a median line. 1, 2. Why would you not want to be in that? Let's go to the 1. A, B, C into the 2, right? So that looks like perfect 50. Is it technical? I don't know. You tell me. Is it technical? Right to the 50. Well, here's the first target. Let's get you off of there. Okay, so looks like we're stuck with that. That's kind of sucks. All right, let's see if we can make that work. No, hang on a second. This doesn't look like that's going to work there. Looks like you got to go A, B, because there's a 5 coming down here, so you got to do it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. That looks like a 5, right? So there's a clear 3, but that would be a nice finish. Yeah, let's leave it here. You may be able to go A, B, C, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Let's say I don't know that it matters. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We don't. Oh, do we overlap there? Let's check that. Right. So just little guideline. Looks like we might. If I actually get on it, we do. We do. All right. Is there a workaround there? Well, you got to ask yourself: is that an Elliott shuffle to do it here? A, B, C. Just out of curiosity. God damn, that thing never, ever the first. Well, let's see how we look here. I think you need it, actually. I think you need it. Which kind of fucks you up here. So we can't go. Okay, so let's label that. 1, 2, 3. So this has to be the 4. All right. Process. All right. I guess that's what you guys derive some value from. Right? Hopefully, by doing it the same way, you start to see. Okay, so I'm gonna. His colors are just different than mine. Okay, so I'm gonna go. God damn it! Can we get up here? We may not make that. This is gonna go up a few degrees. Still seeking that 3. Well, this is pretty good looking rip. CN, I'm glad you're in this, right? Okay, so from this pivot, right? So here's the impulse, here's the correction. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? Is there any question about we're in a trend? Nope, no question about it. Okay, so we've got a nice little ongoing trend here, and now here's where the Elliott is helpful, right? So I can kind of look in here and okay, looks like I'm still going into my 5. Maybe I don't make 1618. Maybe all this has is 1, 2. It's the second most common, meaning it happens a lot. Okay, maybe 1, 2. Maybe that's all I got for the 3. I'm going to come down here for the 4, right? So down a degree, maybe something in that range. Let's just structure it. Ah, shit, can't get there. You probably got some geometry here you can work with. That's mighty steep. Well, I think you're right, right? So it's too steep, so I'm with you. Well, you already got your, there it is. You got your, let's go back to original because, right, so you guys all know modified shift is just a channel. So he's essentially got a modified shift on here. I think you sit tight, CN. I don't think there's anything to do, right? Let it run. What are you going to run into? Let's, gosh, shit. Oh, there's going to be, there's liquidity. Well, you can see it here, so let's turn this on. right? There's liquidity grab here. No, that's not what I. Oh, I see what you're doing here. So this is their free. I got it. So you're using their free order block. All right. Well, that's all right. All right. So we can see there's order blocks up here, right? So it's supply demand, right? Demand zone. So here's the last little one. That's the workaround. They do have a couple of free indicators. 1, 2, maybe you get up there. But if I'm looking at the next trade here, right? For anyone who's not in this, I mean, heads up, right? We've got an impulse going. So you want to, when it's like I was saying earlier, Elliott can be elusive. It kind of comes and it goes. When it's in and on, we have an unfair advantage to anyone else who's not using it. We do, right? If you study it and can apply it, it's an unfair advantage, right? Which is just what we want as trade. I have no problem with it being unfair. It's only unfair because they haven't studied it, right? You have the advantage because you've studied it. Right? That's my point when I say unfair, and maybe that's the wrong way to describe it. But you have an advantage over someone who's not studied it. All right, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get a 3. Right? Maybe I'm in here. Shit, who knows? Right? Where am I coming from? Let's go from the top down. I am in log scale. that would be the where you might anticipate it, right? If we get through the 50, right? Oh shit! Look at the golden zone from the top. Duh. 4. So I say to you, why would you assume anything other than this? Why? I wish I could get. I wish we could do this where I could talk to you guys. I'd be curious as to. Oh well, shit, man, I can't take that, right? I mean, I know it's higher highs and higher lows. I know you got a raging trend, but I certainly can't buy it. I don't know. Gary Gensler's going to crush the alts, right? And oh, pardon me. I'm thinking this is I'm got crypto on the brain. This is not crypto. All right, so all the more, let it rip. I see bit and I think crypto. Right, this is bit digital on the Nasdaq. Okay, so game on. 3, 4, 5. I don't know what they do, but that's a nice looking trend, and all self-contained, right? See how you use that channel. So what I always look for from these guys is, are they using the tools we're teaching them? Are they using it effectively? Now I know CN does, he does very well, right? So he's I just like to see him demonstrating that. Well, here's how I got there. Okay, what else we got? Nio. All right, so you're giving me a little crypto and a little. Oh, maybe this is not crypto. Oh shit, don't have charts at the moment. Okay, what are you thinking here? I think this is not crypto. This is I'm thinking of Nio crypto. I don't think this is Nio. This is NIO. No idea what they do. Don't care. I mean, I shouldn't say it that way, right? I mean, now if I was going to take a position here, I'd want to dig a little bit more into what they're all about. Again, you got your order blocks on here. But does it matter as a technician? No, right? Here's the technician's first assumption. Every fundamental bit of information that can be known at any moment in time is reflected in that price. Right? So how it moves is fundamentals are why it moves, right? This is how it moves. So, all right, let's go back here. What do we got on I don't even know how to say it. I'm so used to Nio. Maybe that's the matrix. Nio. I'm going to just hide you. All right, what are we doing here, CN? Look, I like how he uses it, right? So he's made channeling, a feature of his work. All right, let's step back. We are in log scale. It's interesting. I don't have the adjust data for div. Why don't I not have automatic here or auto here? That's kind of weird. Not sure why I don't, but I don't. Fuck, why can't I adjust that? That's weird. Hang on. I'm gonna come back here and do it. Let's do NIO stocks. Let's see if I get it over here. Yeah, I do. Okay, so that's kind of weird. So now I got to remember. Oh, you didn't give me. Okay, so you gave me a. Oh shit! What are we doing there? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you're looking for that to a finish down here into a 5. Okay, so let me see if I can make sense of that over here where we can see it a little better. Okay, Nio. Let's go. Well, first, right? If I'm looking at equity, we got to check the daily. I feel like I want to say Nio, but that doesn't sound right. Looks like 1, 2. Do we need to be in log scale? Yeah, well, I guess we do. Well, if you liked it up here at 67, you're going to love it, unless you're still long, you're going to love it down here at $9. Okay, so does it look like we could be done here? Well, it kind of does, actually. So let's go into log and dig in there a little bit. All right, so first, just the curiosity just kills me. I can't resist it. Just how technical are we? Does it? Do I even need to say anything? I think not. Okay. So where are we now? 1, 2, 3. Boy, that's too much for a 4, right? So I would not connect that. So what are we going to do here? Excuse me. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's kind of gnarly. I can't say I love that. Was there any question about a sustained downtrend? Okay, so we have potential here. We have break of structures. Multiple breaks, I should say, breaks of structure, not whatever I just said. I can't say I like that. All right, so why would you be a buyer here? Well, if you can, so I guess the thought would be you're going to work backwards. So this is how I would approach this, right? So if this is the last low that he's working from, I got to see if I can make this count fly. Can I work backwards here? Well, what's the first question? Did we end in a 5? And it definitely looks like we did. Okay, so can I get a 5 done here? All right, so just again, process. It's about process. All right, let's get this. We can go in white here. Okay, so I got an ending diet. Yeah, must be. All right, it looks like that overlapped. Just barely, but it did. Okay, so let's go to an 8. In a diag, we want to look for the 50 for the 4, right? From the start of the 1 through the pivot of the 3, we want to look for the 50. We don't make the target. But I can understand now why. Shit, it almost doesn't matter, right? So like why he's thinking, oh wait, okay, no, here. So I've got a major market structure shift here because I've been going lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. All of a sudden, here shit. I usually try and start without that on, but okay. So I can see here I've got a candidate for something to have finished here. It's well, it looks actually like we have to do it this way. Maybe a little expanding. Ideally, you'd see contracting. Oh shit, is PK gonna get up my ass here? Let's see. It's not bad. Okay, candidate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's go to a 1. Get you out of here. Take this off just while we do the Elliott, and then lay it in, see if it makes sense. Well, so if you start to, again, working backwards, if you start to think, okay, well, how would you get that done? Looks like you'd have diag within diag. All right, could we, because this looks like a 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we be done here? Well, again, let's check for the start of the 1 through the pivot of the 3. What are we looking for? The 50. So 2 in a row, right? We're getting right to the 50. Getting right to the 50, but this one here, we get target. Okay, so there we go. All right, I guess, not to be silly about it, but I would be. Shit, I'm not paying attention, you guys. I would be really curious if anybody has ever in their life, in all the study they've done, seen a pattern hit that frequently. I'm going to guess no. If you have, please send it to me. So where are we now? Can we get an impulse going there? Well, it's not the sexiest looking impulse I've ever seen, but maybe it's there. Yeah, okay. Oh, I got love. Oh, you guys are giving me love bubbles. Okay, I'm going, what the hell are those heart bubbles? Okay, cool. Okay, so 1, 2, do I have, right? Maybe 1, 2, 3. Okay, all right. So is it pretty? Not really. Little gnarly. Oh shit. Well, that'll work. Okay, so here's my 1. A, B, looks like maybe a little bit more. Come down. Got to get through all of that. All right, let's assume we've got a good low here. That's the assumption. That's the assumption he's got to work with. Okay, so let's put on some market structure, see how that fits in. Liquidity, all the stops, right? Remember, so this is when you see it like this, where you've got all these pivots on the other with a trend line. Liquidity, right? So here again, so in our labs does a nice job here. It's showing you, oh, okay, liquidity. Okay, do you see this here? Right, so this is the premise is this is liquidity here. Liquidity grabbed, right? All the trend line liquidity that was building up here under all of this, all of it's grabbed. They run the pivot here. How do we know that that's likely what happened? Right? I mean, shit, it's not like I was there when they were writing the code for what happened. I mean, look, right? Look what comes off of it, right? So if it was just a little pause and then we're going to keep going, you wouldn't. I mean, that's classic, right? So that's the pattern we were talking about earlier in the session here. Here's the liquidity grab. So when they come back, a little sloppy. You'll note though that that's just a wick grab, right? That's likely what they're doing there is running this liquidity right there, right? So this is the first little pullback. There's target. Oh, yeah, let's back up. That's not unreasonable. Think we might hit some support here. Well, support's the wrong word. We might hit some demand. For a wave 4, right at the 38 as we hit demand. Prior structure, you got, excuse me. So let's get some geometry on this. I use all of it. Okay. Why? Why would you not take it? I mean, you got a pivot here you could work with and say, all right, well, put my stop right there. So what's the risk reward? You're a buyer in here. You're after, well, let's go to the, fuck, I'm a log scale. We're after something like that. $10 to 1. Maybe give that a little bit more room. Target supply. Why would you not take it? It's only one reason. Right? You got something you like better, or you're out of powder, right? You're out of firepower, right? Oh shit, I'm overly allocated, right? You don't want to have too many positions on, but if you're looking for a position and you're looking for something in the New York Stock Exchange, it's teed up, right? What's the trade, right? You're looking for somewhere right here to hold in that. There's your trade. Grab the liquidity, so you could almost see it, right? This is bait, right? Whenever this is bait to the market, right? So we come up here, grab that liquidity. You might be trailing with a stop here. You might be trailing with a stop there. I'd probably would take a partial here because the potential for that to be just a gun and run, but that would be the longer term target. Okay, thanks for that one, CN. Okay, all right, I got to keep moving here. Okay, so now I've got Sunil 07. Let's see, how are you guys doing here? Shit. Oh shit. Got a lot of people on. Okay, good. All right, so this is Sunil07. So let me take this off just because I like to add that, right? Since I know many of you are looking for the Elliott, and I'm just showing you how they complement one another. Okay, so this is Sunil. He wants EVGO. EVGO. I don't know anything about it. I've looked at this before. Okay, so anything like this, right? Anything, right? We always start on the daily. Especially something I don't know, I'm not familiar with, I don't look at it. Okay, so do we have an Elliott count here? Can we count it? Yeah, we can count it. Is that what you're looking for? If you've got your Elliott hat on, is that what you're looking for? Probably not. Probably not. Just out of curiosity, let's see how we look here. Right? Just, I mean, this would be so in this context of process. Well, okay, so you bring up a chart that looks that shitty, and you go, oh fuck, what do I do with that? You just start digging a little bit. Okay, let's just start. Okay, how is it trading? Right. Well, that's ugly. Let's see here. Well, that you can't use that. That's not relevant, right? Because it's already happened. So this to the 50. It's a little better. Maybe 1, 2, 3. Oh boy, how are we going to count? Can we count it? That's for another question. Well, it looks like you'd have to do. Oh, God, that's. Boy, what a cluster that is. Looks like some of these are algos. All right, so we're not to target yet. Where's that target? $2. EVGO. What? I know this. I've looked at this before. This one wasn't quite, you know, you're okay. So, all right, good example, right? This just, I want to sort of, what do you think happened here? Look, you can see what they did. They ran liquidity, right? So it's tweezers. You know, right? We can look at that and go, oh, okay, I see what happened. So when you see that, right, that's not like, oh, well, I spotted it. Give me a gold star. No. When you see it, what you're looking for is like, oh, shit, I know what happened there. So when we come back up here, right, look, they do it again. That's the trade, right? But it's hard to take, right? It's like, oh, fuck, man, look at that thing. It's been screaming higher. I can't take that. I can't sell that. I can't, look how we've gone from $7 to we've almost doubled. I can't sell that. As soon as you're thinking that, start looking for it to sell. Right? If you're afraid of it, wrong word. If it makes you a little bit uncomfortable because you're going so counter trend, are you really going counter trend? Are you going counter? Well, so that's what you're thinking. Like, oh fuck, man, I can't sell that. Are you going counter trend? Are you? Are you going counter trend? Is this liquidity? Probably. Lower, 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 lower. Now, you don't know that here. You don't know that. You don't know. You might have thought, oh, here we go. Right? But there's the setup that I know it's hard to take, but that's what you're looking for. So just, I know this is going to be annoying. I again, show me where I can't find it. Golden zone, right? So you got a little gap here as well, right? So you got probably look at all of that here. Tweezer, tweezer, tweezer. Boom. Right. So how do we know this is liquidity being grabbed up here? Right. Look what comes off of it. That's how you know. Right. So somebody here is. So what's happening here? So stops are being put here. Oh shit, we're on a daily. There we go to a 4 hour. It'd be easier to see it, right? You're gonna see. Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's got this little gap here. Oh god, that would be a monster order block actually. That's a biggie. But there it is. Now I'm on a 4 hour. You could refine that down here, but more. Here's the golden zone, right? Oh shit! It actually gave me the golden zone, right? It shouldn't be. Whoa! I can't believe it actually went in the golden zone. It's more like I can't believe it didn't go in the golden zone. Here, it went in twice for you. I mean, so far you're past third target here. I mean, just a free fall, free fall. All right now, different here. Here you gotta go. Let's get you out of that. You gotta go back. Well, you've already seen it, right? So we're not quite to the 50. Okay, so down we go. Target hit, right? So here, target doubles. Okay, what's happening down here? What would you be looking for down here, right? When you see it like this, oh yeah, right? That's what you want to see. Oh shit! Look, don't fuck, man. Look, we're gonna run the stops on that. It's just what you're looking for. Now we got to be mindful of what's happening here. All right, what is happening here? Every chart, every single chart, every chart. That's why. That's when I bring it up and I go, fuck, I don't know what they do. I don't care, right? Because I guess what I'm going to find in there. Now we're not to this target yet, but sure. Okay, so remember, right? For Elliott, right? If we put your Elliott hat on. What are we looking for to finish? Well, I got to have a 5 to finish. We start and we begin. We start and we end. Excuse me. We start and we end with 5s. Do I have a 5? Probably not. Right? Do I have an unfilled target? Yeah, I do. This one. This one. Oh, I do this way, right? So where are we? We're not quite there yet. Let's go to our 38. Got just what I'm looking for. All self-contained. Nice little stretch right down here. Okay, now do I want to sit down here with a limit order? No, I don't want to do that. But I can see a path to how we get here. Well, then yeah, looks like a series of zigzags. Again, fuck, the Elliott count, it almost doesn't matter here. Can I finish with a 5? I mean, here's 0. Right? If I can finish with a 5, do I really? I wouldn't count it. I wouldn't go back and go, well, fuck, I mean, it would be good exercise for a member, right? You're working on your skills, right? Once you get, again, it's sort of like once you get to where you can do it, you don't have to do it every time on every pivot. I ask them to do it just to be sure that they can do it. Then you loosen up a little bit. I mean, that's my view. Okay, well, if you're going to break a rule, know the rule you're breaking. If you want to be a strict purist, well, then be a strict purist. You're gonna be annoyed often, but it'll likely keep you out of trouble. So, is there a trade here? Nope. Green banana. We gotta wait. This thing. That's the problem. This thing is not wireless. Maybe I can get a wireless. It won't be so hot. Okay. So if we come down here and we complete the 5, good news, right? Not like, oh shit, right? Now I'm below 0. So what am I looking for? Some sort of reaction, right? Where's the trade? Same thing I've been saying for 5 years, right there. What would you hope to find there? Oh, right there. Now, once I've got that, now building blocks, right? We've got that. Okay. Oh, I've ended with a 5. I've come back to the golden zone. What do I get? Golden corner. Now I don't have this yet, but if this was in my watch list for Evgo, that's what I'd park it in my watch list right here. I'd put an alert. Well, I'd probably go underneath this, right? So I want to see you break this low. I want to see you break that low, and assuming you're not going to free fall, I want to see the reaction. Okay, right. So remember, always going to be an algo, always on the other side. Right now you put. Do you see? Right, it's just over. This is where I go. God, these guys are gonna be so sick of me, because I show you the same thing over and over again, deliberately. So you go, geez, I've seen that so many times. I think I get it. Right? Do you see here? Right, like that. That's so. Again, I talk about, boy, if you could kind of tee up your ideal scenario. That's often what I do here. It's like, well, fuck, we don't have it yet, but if I get this, holy shit. Yeah. Right. So the Elliott, kind of maybe a little elusive. Maybe it's there. This, yeah, there it is. Now, if I get this, what do I got? 1, 2, 3. There's the 1618. Right. And then I got to pay attention to, all right, if I'm here, right, and I'm down here, boom. Like you can map it out. Oh, if I got to the wave 3, well, there's the wave 3. Oh, I'd be hitting the median line. Oh, I'd be hitting the median line at the sell side algo. It's just, do you see? It's all, put it this way: there are no random pivots, none. Right? It's all, you can find it if you look. Okay, Sunil, we'll wait for that one. Right? Let that come down. Finish this 5 up. Boom, there you go. I gave you a whole plan on it. Oh, here's one I'm glad to see. This Trade Diva down under, one of my favorite members. She's been with us. She and her husband have been with us for years. Has gotten to be a very skilled Elliottian, and she trades a lot of FX. So I've been encouraging her to look at some SMC, and here she is bringing some SMC with Bitcoin. So let's see how she's doing here. I was expecting to get, oh shit, how am I going to do this? Okay, so let's go over here. Oh, I know, sorry, sunglasses, warning, white screen coming. I have a 30-second delay on you guys. White screen coming, close your eyes. Okay. Oh shit, I'm getting hot. Okay, you know what I got to do, because this video, okay, I like this webcam, but it's got AI into it, so it follows me, and I gotta go turn my AC up. So I'm gonna turn me off for a second, and I think it won't follow me. Okay, so stand by. Okay, back. This damn thing. Ooh, these are some big headphones. They do sound good. Okay, all right, what do I got here? Trade Diva giving me Bitcoin with market structure. I'd love to see this. Invalidation. Oh, you are so right, right? X cannot go begin. That's right. So she's got this up here in log. Are we in log? Yeah, we are in log. It's weird. I don't know why. When I don't know why I don't have the auto. When I take it out of log, I don't know why weird. Okay, so we're on Bitstamp. What do I got? Oh, I'm on an hourly. Holy shit. Okay, let's go to a 4-hour. Okay, where are we, Trade Diva? Oh, now I got it. Okay, now I can see. Ooh, look at her, man. Oh, is she oh, look at this. She's doing this all without. Okay, this is what a great. Love it, Trade Diva. Good job. Okay, so what she's doing here, she's doing all the market structure without the assist of the software. She's doing it herself, right? That's the way. Good for you. Good for you, Rita. Very well done. Okay, so I'll say, now you can do this yourself, right? Here's doing it yourself. Strong low pivot. Okay, let me get this down here. Right, so she's done all. It's not that hard, right? Okay, where are the major pivots, right? Is this a new high? All right, did something change here? Did something change here from new highs and new lows, right? All of a sudden, I got a break of structure. Right? Actually, that would have been change of character, right? But now coming off this, so we leave behind, right? So here, as we come up here, we break the structure. What do we leave behind? Demand, right? Demand. Oh, man. I swear to God, Rita, I thought when I brought this up, I thought you had the software applied. That's how good this looks. Okay, so we've got whatever, right? We want to call this, right? We can call it. It could be. It actually, this is what's kind of annoying about this. This could actually be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Could very well be, right? You got a little triangle in here and you squirt up for the 5. Could be we're done, right? And then we're retracing. This could be 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, we've looked at that. No way to be definitive about it just yet. We got to see, right? Oh, is this the good low? Well, look at that. So what can we deduce from that? Now, so if I go from the low to the pivot high, right? I'm right here in, let's take it out of log. And even out of log. So dominant to dominant, I don't even make the 50. Let's get I got 38, right? I got the 38 here at this structure. Right, that what happened here, right? Liquidity, right? So you see the liquidity grab there. Here's liquidity grab, comes back down. Now we go. Okay, so as we come back down, A, B, I don't think we need that. Okay, so A, B, C, W, X, A, B. Break of structure is correct. Oh, did you? Okay, where are we? Oh, did we break 30? Oh, yeah, we did. Oh, cool. Okay, so let's see if we can get this done. Looks to me like I might be able to get this done here. So Rita, how about this? How about we go C, X. Ooh, that is a clusterfuck. I no doubt about it. Some sort of fucking triangle thing in there. Okay, so some sort of fuck. I don't know that it matters. All right, now that's me being sloppy, right? I would want her to, if she was giving me an Elliott count. Okay, fair value gap, which she's identified. It's a little hard to see there on this 4 hour. Right, so that's what she was identifying here. Well, if I can bring it over here, she's identifying this right here where we went so far, where we have the imbalance, right? Okay, that's a pretty good looking launch, right? So what's that, right? ETF news, maybe. X. Oh, I think you can do some sort of triangle. Fuck. Yeah. That's a cluster in there again. I don't know that it matters, right? Let's. Oh, I don't want to get that out of there. Oh, we have to put the B here. It looks like it's gonna. It looks like you need this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get it done here. I'm not so sure it fucking matters, right? So okay, so here WX, Y. Let's put this in down here. Okay, so here's the gap that's left behind. 1, 2, 3. So there ain't much of a 2 there. 1, 2. Rocket launch. Right, so I think she's showing me this in log. Not much different log to not log. With anybody, any dispute that we have an impulse there? I'm going to guess not, right? So 1, it's not much of a 2, I will say that. Imbalances along the way. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I'm on a 4 hour. So if I go to a 1, okay, 1, 2, 3, there's the 4, there's the 5. So we might have that in. That's right. Again, let's try and be consistent. Not quite. This could go higher. We go 2618. Right, wouldn't be surprising. We're getting a little bit of a stall. Let's put it here, right? Until proven otherwise. 4. Prior 3, 4 down a degree. There's likely an order block in there or demand. Little, right? Yeah, come here. Oh shit! I used the whole thing. Right, that's where we launch from. Now let's go. We do not have. You know, you can make it. This would be a weak one, but probably make a case you're just mitigating this right here. So let's open that up a little bit. Now, do you want to be looking to sell here? I think not. This whatever. Assuming we run here. I'd want to see that low get taken out. All right, this little pivot here. We're going up, 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 down, down. We haven't broken. I'd kind of be watching for this one as well. All right, so here's some little swing structure in here. Well, if we come back up, what are you really looking for here? You're looking for something like this, right, to come down. You don't want to go too far into the 4. You got imbalances here. All right, so you got, oh, well, there's one right here, and there's one right above it as well. So if I could do it that way. So all imbalances here. So you're coming into 2, into the 4. Okay. Doesn't look like it's done. Let's label one. Oh shit, that's kind of a little sloppy, but that might get refined a bit, but it's not a bad start. The 2s are skinny. That's really good looking work. Okay, so where's the trade? So I'd be waiting for the 4. Get all this out of here. All right, let's tee it up. Okay. Somewhere in here for the 4 to the 5. I want to keep it contained if I can. Something like that. All right, Bitcoin bulls, of which I am one. Nice. Okay, so if we come down a little bit lower, seems like a nice setup here. We've got some structure here. Resistance. Okay, so we hit it. So let's go back to a 2-hour. See how that all flies. From the 4, right, at this degree, looks like we're going higher, right? So let's go out to a 4-hour. Where's the next? Well, we got to clear this. We haven't cleared that yet. So this is very nice work here, Rita. Right? She's paying attention. So supply hit. Now, this is that theory like, oh, well, I'm sure it'll hold this time. Again, that's throwing rocks at a window, right? Is it getting stronger every time you throw a rock at it? No. Nope, it's not. Okay, so, but this has been mitigated. So if we can get through here, where's the next one? She's already drawn it for you. And there's imbalances in here, right? So we know this is decent because it caused all of this. So she did a really, really nice job here. Now, do we, again, we can't, until we get to 4. Well, this is, we can't quite rule say one is it and one is not, right? This could be 1, 2, 1, 2. Seems now less likely that it's 1, 2. Could be, right? It's only a 38, but since I can complete here, and this is a good 2, and we know that's technical, right? We've all looked at this a gazillion times, right? Golden zone. So we know this is a real candidate here. But with this move that we're getting here, I think we can probably lean more into the idea that this is a 2. And this was a 1. Elliott speak. Right, given where we're launching from. So you can, you know, if you want to fill in the blanks. All right. Again, I'm not saying that this is the right count. It's a count. 1, 2, 1, 2. That looks very impulsive. So good candidate here that if we take that a little bit higher, that we'd go 1, 1, 2, and we're going again. Very nice work, Rita. Very, 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 very nice work. So glad to see you embrace that. Okay, so now we're in this big supply zone up here. Now, when we're stalling, can we get through? I think we've looked at this. I get you out of here so I can just see it. I can't see it right at the moment. Push you out. Okay, what else is up here? Right, wouldn't that be the logical question? I know. Oh, not this again. Not this again. Yep, that again. Rita, great looking work here. So let's now bulls. We can start to get a little bit more joyful, right? When we get on the other side of this and hold, not just wicks. Let's get up here and hold. So then, as we come back down, right? What would we have here, right? We'd have a failed order block here. So candidate for a breaker block, as it's called, right? SMC speak, perhaps, right? Prior resistance. Think of it that way, right? It's resistant. It's supply. It breaks, right? They throw the rock the 5th time. We break the glass. 1. We come back here. Break of structure. Retest, and we go. So then you're thinking 1, 2, 1, right? Depending on how far this goes. 3 maybe, or 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Because if this is 1, 2, we need a 3. A 3 needs a 1, 2. Maybe, right? What's up here? why would we think maybe there? Because we got to go back another one. Boom. Right, got to get through all of these. Right, all of that. 1, 2. Right, so you could see it going right here. Oh fuck. Oh, is it the 3? Is it 1, 2? Is that the 3? If we pivot there, I'd think not. My view, right, because I'm a uber bull, I'd think 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, because 3, 4, 5 is still yet to come. And then what's after that, right? Then we got to go back to this one, then this one, then to the all-time high, right? We're not in the clear until we get, I think it's 45 or 50. All right, let's hear 50. All right, we got to clear 50 to get fully in the clear, bulls completely in control. This year, I think this year, there's a good chance for it. Fantastic work, Rita. Fantastic. Okay, let me do one more since you gave me a second one. I've only got a couple more. How are we doing on time? Oh shit. All right, let me go. I always think I'm going to be fast, and I never seem to be. Okay, so that's your work on Bitcoin. So let's go here. Okay, I don't think any white screen is coming. Okay, so this is her. Oh shit. What did you give me? You gave me. Did I pull the wrong one? Nope. So maybe this is her Bitcoin. Shit, where's your you gave me Bitcoin twice. Hang on. Oh, you're on and okay, I can get it. So if I go shit, hang on. I gotta copy it and change it. But I think I can get your. She's from Australia, right? So she looks at the Aussie dollar all the time, right? So let's have us take a look. On Forex. So glad to see some Forex. So rarely you guys give me any Forex, which kind of surprises me. I mean, for people that don't have $100,000 accounts, right? I mean, the best places to trade are crypto and FX. Okay, so now I've got your. So I got what you were looking for. Okay, so let's get your Aussie. All right, so you're giving me a little. Oh, this is nice. Right? So this is exactly what I'm hoping to start seeing. So I'm getting a little combo of Elliott with some market structure overlaid. Right. So she gets it. She's like, oh, I see how this all fits together. What do I got here? I got an A, I got a B, and I got a C. Okay, I got to pull back. Let's go to a 4-hour. Oh, I like this already. Look at all the stuff. I like it. Okay, so this is a little bit of a reminder I gave her. Now she keeps it here so she doesn't forget. Oh, what does it look like? What does it look like again? What does it look like again? Right? What does it look like again? All right, there it is in a different format, right? So she's keeping those here so she has a visual, right? M's and W's. Look, at each one of those, what do you see why that's so common, particularly in FX? Do you see why that's so common? What do you see there? You see them grab the liquidity and turn, grab the liquidity and go. Right, that's why those are so common in FX. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got head. Oh, head and shoulders. Maybe that's what. Jesus Christ. Okay, I got you. Left shoulder, right. I got it. Oh shit. Whoops. I got it. Head. I was a little lost there for a second. Head. What am I doing here? Okay, so I'm going. What have I done here? I've got a 2, right? So via WXY. Okay, I'm not going to argue with that. WX ABC, right? Well, okay, so how can we, why do I not even really need to go back? Because she's finished with a 5, right? And then I start with a 5. So, okay, I got a good candidate here. I don't even need to pull it out to the daily. Okay, so I can see she likes the 2 here. And what comes off the 2? An impulse. Right, so what do we have here? I have a 5 followed by a 3. Followed by a, looks like a 5, right? So we'll see, right? So swing, internal retracement, right? Now we could still go external down here, but would certainly appear per the, okay, again, think of it. If this is the 2, are we anticipating we're going to take this out? No, we're not. We're thinking, oh, 1, 2. So there's the A. That's a gnarly B. I see what you're doing. Okay, so you're going with I'm going to hide that just for a second. I'm going to hide that so I can see a little bit better. Okay, so you're going with A, B. That sure looks like a B, right? God, there's classic. Oh my God, Right, Rita, take a look here. This is, or anyone here watching, this is all liquidity being grabbed, right? This is rampant in FX, right? Because they need, the market makers need to do this, right? Because they move so much money, right? This is very common, right? This would all just be inducement, right? So you're looking for these to be run, stop run, as she identifies it here, stop run, stop run, stop run, stop run, right? It's over, stop run, everywhere you look, right? It's in FX, right? You've got to be aware of that, right? They say if you can't spot the liquidity, you are the liquidity. Okay, so here's a 5 that finishes. So I've got an A. This is whatever it is. Oh, that's good work, Rita. She's got a WXY into the B, right, to give me the B here. And then I finish with a 5. So while it's complex, I know it's complex, right? But at the end of the day, it's just a 3, right? It's A, B, C. Okay, I got a 5 followed by a 3. Yeehaw! Okay, so what comes off of that? Okay, so the Elliott supports the idea, right? So the whole premise from this point on is that I have a hard low here. Right? This is a good low. We finish something here and we start something new here. Got a 5 and got a 5. Right? And I ran the pivot here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 looks good. Okay, what do I got here? Let's go to an hourly. Looks like I'm coming down. Oh, look at that, 5. Well, we're not going to finish here, right? We're not going to go 5, 5. Not likely. I mean, anything's possible, but what we'd be anticipating is if indeed this is done here, which could be, right? We're just hitting the supply or the demand here. If we're done with the 5 here, which is very reasonable thought, oh, well, what am I now? Right now, she's even, man, she's getting good. She's been working on this. Okay, so I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into a golden zone. What is that pulling from? That's a golden zone, not yet. It's not tied to a number yet, right? So she's thinking about where this could go. All right, so if I see what you're doing. Okay, so I'm going to hide that for the time being. It won't mess with hers at all. So we want, if this is, she left one degree off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's take them up. Oh, where do we need to go? Oh, we can go micro. Okay, so let's go here. All right, so we have a candidate for a 1. Okay, well, that's not going to be well, again, anything's possible, but if you're trying to approach this with your Elliott hat on, or she's doing a combo here, well, there's 5 down. What is your first thought? Not 1, 2, although possible. Your first thought would be, oh, well, there's the A wave, right? I mean, what are you looking for? You're looking for 5. Oh, I completed 5. Well, maybe maybe if I'm really lucky, I'll get the most common correction of all, a zigzag, 5, 3, 5. If I'm really lucky. Do you have to be really lucky to get the most common event? I don't think so. You got to be really lucky when you're counting on the uncommon event. Well, a zigzag is the most common, right? Now, we don't know, right? So she's saying, well, maybe they go up here and run some liquidity, right? It's so pervasive in FX. So see, that's what's so good. She's already laid out, okay, I can see if we break here, my guess is what's happening here is liquidity grab. Now, we could rip here. We could, right? Well, then you got to be like, well, wait a minute. I can't be done here with a 5. So now you're back here going, oh, fuck, is this A, B, C, some sort of a running flat? The point being, okay, we can accommodate that, but you wouldn't go there. Oh, let me think of the craziest thing that could happen here. No, what's the most common? Okay, if I can get in here. All right, this again, this is, I know she's already done this, right? So if this is where she puts it, right? What's the most common retrace for the B? Well, golden zone, not a bad starting point, right? Now we can go higher, 7, 8, 7. We can go right up to 1 tick off the high, right up to it, and still be a B. In fact, as a B, we can expand the B, right? As she's saying here, if we're going to run these pivots here, we're expanding. That's just liquidity. We're going to go up and I got to make a coffee. Missed it. That's funny. Okay, so shorts got stopped. So it looks like she tried to, or she was thinking about taking a short there, and she had to go get coffee, right? I understand that. Happens to me all the time. I have to go take my dogs out, right? I'm right teeing up something in the NASDAQ. Anyway, A, B, C comes down here. So where's the next trade? Well, she's laid it out for you. It's all down here, right? All of this, right? Demand. So what are we trying to get here? We're trying to get an A, a B, and a C. which would put you into a 2, which would put you, oh, we can refine that down here. We'll put you into the, well, she's already done it, right? She's done it, right? So I'll leave that off, right? So she's got it right here. I'm just going to drag it over, right? We've got this one, and then we have the fair value gap. She's labeling it here. So you might, sometimes you might put your fair value gaps in a slightly different color somehow, so you don't like, oh shit, is that demand on top of, right? Just a suggestion so you don't lose yourself, right? So ABC is what we're looking for, because we're looking for a 2. So thus the, if I do it this way, if we're looking for a 2, well, I'm getting pretty good at those free draws. Okay, right? So that A, B, C into a golden zone. Now, if I get there, I know she'll do this because I've drilled this into her over, God, I think she's been with us, she and her husband with us for 4 years. Okay, so we go here. What's the next thing she's going to do? Boom, golden corner. Now I'm going to change that to original recipe. Golden corner, where's the 3, 4, 5? I know she'll do that, right? What has to happen here? We have to get a change of character right here, right? We got to change character, right? That, so thus, oh, look, oh, what are they doing down here? Oh man, we're going right into the golden zone, running all the liquidity there. What do I know? If this pivot holds, if it holds, 80% that I get there. All right, so there's mapping it out, right? A, pardon me, 1, A, B, C. Do I have this yet? No. Am I ready for it? Yes. Is she ready for it? Absolutely. Great, great. Man, you've really, it was not that she was bad when she got here, but man, has her work gotten so much better. So good. You know why? Because she participates. She works with the senseis. When she does stuff that she's not sure of, she asks questions, right? She gets maximum value for her membership. Maximum. Because she participates, right? That's the, you know, this isn't, I'm not in here to entertain myself. I'm trying to help you guys. Okay, all right, let me keep going. Rita, fantastic work. Okay, I got Ben B. Oh, shit. Oh, you guys got me. Shit, I may be running a little bit long. Okay, it's 1:30. Normally I'm supposed to stop, but I will keep. Oh, shit, there's several hundred of you guys. Okay, I guess I'll keep going. I apparently haven't bored you all to death. Okay, so Trade Diva, thank you so much for that. Ben B. Ben B. Ben B gives me, he has a Benjamin Franklin avatar, which is kind of cool. I have no doubt Franklin would have been a great trader. Oh shit, he probably was. Okay, so I've got, oh, we're doing the SPY. Okay. Oh, this is good because I've been trading the shit out of this. Okay, all right. So I've been trading this with options out at this degree, right? So so I had to just do the same thing here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I think what you're doing here, Ben B, is you're giving me two counts. So I'm going to put this in green here just so I can. Oh, I'm gonna. This won't screw up your stuff, I don't think. I'm just going to change this color. Okay, so we just so we can see a little bit better, right? I think it's easier for these guys watching. Okay, so where are we? All right, so here's COVID. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think anybody argue with that. But then this, what, right? So I've just recently changed my count on this because we can't do a 5, right? I know, right? It's tempting, right? But it's, even though you can look at the swing structure and think, oh, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Of course it's a 5. Well, you know, you got to find a balance between what seems obvious and Elliott rule set, right? So we wouldn't have it would be a diag because of the overlap here. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I think we've talked about this a couple of times. The 5 would be shorter than the 3, so you can't, if you're a purist, you can't call it a leading diag. So it's not like you're out of options. But I think what you might consider, Ben B, you might, right? How are you getting there? What are you doing here? So you're going, I think you're giving me 2 counts. Oh, shit. See, well, one thing, just a suggestion that will help clarify. Make a distinction between degrees. So I mean, for your sake as well. So I can tell what, or you can tell, okay, is this A, B, C of an A? Well, it looks like it. And this is A, B, C of a B. And then we're going, okay, I see what you're doing. this may be overly complicated. So this one, I think, here, let's hide that one just for a sec. Right. So the alternate would be you've gone W, A, B, C into an X. Okay, I see your thinking here. I get a 5, right? So one possibility here. Oh shit. If I let's here. Let me take this off. So we're gonna go. Let's bring this down here. Minuet. Okay, hang on a second. Let's get this. Let's get straight on this. Oh, I want that. Okay, so A, B, C possible. W, X, Y not possible, right? Because that's a 5, right? So if you're working backwards, this is a 5 that you got to deal with. Now he's proposing one of the possibilities here is that we've gone A, B, C into a B. I think he's looking for a B there because he had an A, so it would be A. Fuck. I think that's too complicated to tell you the truth. All right, let's see if we can simplify this. All right, so these are all just, they're kind of big degrees. So let's put them in something we can see. And let's put that in blue so we can see it. Okay, so A, B, C, maybe. He's trying to get, I think he's trying to get this to be the X, which is bearish. Oh shit, where's my, oh, I have it somewhere. But let's stay with what he's got. There's a 5. There's a 3. There's a 5. Let's see if I can make your count work here. This could fly. I might do it right here. Okay, so let's go to a 4-hour here. I think you're right about this being an A, B, C. It's just a question of what have we done here. You have a 5 here, so you got a couple of possibilities. Well, you've got it here. So this would be for a bull. Okay, let's consider the bull and the bear count, right? This could be, oh, fuck me, come here. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's not ignore that. 1, 2, right? So it's a expanded B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so you can make that fly. All right, do we have a good impulse here? I think that's the question. Is this a good impulse? 1, 2. Well, let's measure it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Diag 1. A, B, C 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 3 looks solid. Oh, let's go up a degree. 3 looks solid. Okay, so let's wick that off. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, A, B, C, 2. Let's measure, right? Just, yeah, come here. Certainly long enough. Okay, got a candidate here. I'm trying to stay with his count. BC. There it is. Okay, so hang on. Running flats are so rare. I know, Bill West. There's less. What do you think, Bill West? Would you go 1, 2? I don't think so. It actually looks more, since that's a 3, Bill, I think this is more likely a WXY. Let's go down a degree. This is a bit sloppy here, but there is an impulse in there. So the 1, 2, 3 kind of flies. This looks like A, B, C. That's a fucker, but A, B, C. That's not much of a start there, but it looks like it's technical. Oh, shocker. Okay, so there we go. God, I'm on a 4 hour. Can we actually get a 1 out of that? I suppose you can. Yeah, I guess you can. All right, so I guess you can do it. All right, so you can go 1, A, B, C, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. God damn, I hate that. Right, I don't even like that. 4, 5. Let's put that up there. Let's go 3, 4, 5. That's pretty gnarly. Jesus, 1, 2. I don't like that. Hang on a second. So I know I have a technical pivot here. If that's the 4, I need to get out of here with a 5. Phew, this is a motherfucker right there. Okay, let's work backwards. Okay, so I'm gonna hold these off for a second. Looks like I've got an impulse here, so that I have to deal with it. Okay, so let's take you up a degree. This is tricky. I'm thinking all of this, for this to fly with this count, all of this has to go up. Okay, so let's isolate. Okay, where are the 5s? Where are the 3s? This looks like I've got a good 5 here. Come here. 3. But then it makes me want to do this, but I'm not sure I can get that done. God damn. It's a bit of an Elliott shuffle here. Yeah. It's a little sloppy, but right here without, I don't want to bore you guys to death. Let's see how we look here. Are we long enough? 3 could be the shoot. No, we're good. Okay, so we're not in log. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. I think you're stuck with that. Okay, so let's measure. All right. 1. I think that's all internal, so we're not spot on there. I'd want to use a little geometry to kind of guide me. See how I look there. Put a runner on that. All right, so sliding parallel here, which is, all right, we can just do it like this. So we're consistent, sliding parallel. Okay, so 1, 2, that 1's a little iffy, but we're drop dead technical here. All right, which should surprise no one. Am I right on there? Here's the pivot. Not near the golden zone, in the golden zone. So what do we have here? Golden corner pocket. Okay. Odds that we get here, well, shit, went in a straight line to it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So for bears, doesn't even look like the 3 is done. Okay, so let's come back here. You don't like that one, Bill? I can't do a 2 there. That looks like a straight double top. That flat is all right. I don't hate it. This looks like it's a true double. Nope, looks like it broke. Yep, it did. That's annoying. All right, so it can't be a 2. So it's got to be an A. A, B, C of the A. You could do W. Actually, you could do W, X, Y. That might be cleaner. All right, so let's go A, B, C, W, X, Y, A, B, C. Looks a little cleaner. I'm rearranging his count, right? So this, I guess, still a candidate. What's not to like here? Well, it's a you gotta try and not outthink the market. It's tempting, right? You turn on the financial news, there's not a day that goes by where we don't hear recession is coming. It's just a matter of time, not a matter of if, just a matter of when. We continue to climb. Last thing here, I gotta get out of here. Let's go pivot to pivot. Oh, there's a 50. Already got first. I think you stay with this on the long side. Okay, so from this low, higher highs, so it's all trend, right? It's all just higher highs, higher lows. Just for, what have I got on here? Give me one sec here. Oh, let's get Sonar on here. See if we're in sync with what they've got. There we go. Okay, so we're coming. All right, now that's the using a tool to do it. It kind of flies, right? So come up for the 5 right here into this supply, right? Tied to this. Tied to this. Well, that's refined right into that wick. So you'd come into the 5, candidate for the 3. Oh shit, this actually could go higher. This could go much higher, right? Now we're going after all-time highs. See, well, not that it's better, worse, right? But I've been counting this as an ABC, right, since we started here, because I had considered this as WXY, but I think it's cleaner to just simplify it. ABC, 1, 2, right? Even though I think Bill West doesn't like that count. 1 ABC, or pardon me, WXY. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 is shallow. Still working on there's a series of impulses here that were coming off of this pivot. So I think you're likely in the process of doing the 4, right back to the median line, up to the supply, gives you the 5. If this is the 4, that's the wrong 5. It's got to go up a degree. So this would give you that 5. Right now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, big ripper in the 5th. See, this impulse here, I got to account for it. So diag, 2, sharp, short, 1, more complex, so alternation's a little better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like that's still got room to run. All right, 4, and now we're off to new all-time highs. Just that one last little check. Algo, not going to care about that. 50, first, second. Could we go that high? Well, I'd be what I could say here is that for all of this, right, as long as we stay contained within all of this, I stay bullish, right? And now we start to break some of this and we get some major structure breaks. As far as I'm concerned, this is a big extension in the 5th of the 3rd, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 3rd. That's we're pushing it there. That's a pretty big extension. What would be the alternate? 1, 2, 1, 2. I suppose you could live with that. 1, 2, 1, 2, and this is the 3. That's a very reasonable alternate. 1, 2, 1, 2. I mean, a high-class problem, right? If you're a bull and you're deciding between 1, 2, 3, 4 extension in the 5th, or 1, 2, 1, 2, those are high-class problems, right? That's if you're a bull, assuming you're a bull. That's pretty bullish. Look at it on the SPY. Okay, I got to keep moving. All right, thanks for that, Ben B. Hey, Tony T. I'm going to hold on that just so I get the members. Tony's one of our senseis who I'm. What are you giving me? BB. Oh shit! I hate to not use his, but let me get the members. He'll understand, and I'm sure whatever he's got will be posted in the Discord. Okay, bear with me. We're wrapping it up here. Bitcoin going crazy today. Where are we? Well, we're broke 30. I'm glad, right? God, I take so much shit because I've been a bull for so long. Some of the nasty. The funny thing is, right, that when I'm bullish and it's going down, you're so wrong. You're always wrong. Blah blah blah. When it rips, they never come back. You know what? You were right. I never get that one. I never get that one. Oh boy, you were so right. I was so wrong. Never, ever, ever do I get that one. Right? Nobody likes to feel stupid. Okay. Oh my God. Dr. John, what are you giving me here, Dr. John? It looks like you've got Gann swings on that. You do. You've got some sort of Gann swing. Holy shit, man. Okay, what are we looking at here? I'm not sure I can deal with that one. Well, here, so some of this. Oh shit. Let's do that. Okay, there we go. All right, what are we doing here? Holy smokes! 1, 2. I like when I can see it. Holy shit. Okay, I gotta take some of this out, Dr. John, just so I can see it. Holy smokes. Okay, so you locked me there. Okay. No, did you? No. Okay. Well, I apologize here. I'm not trying to discredit your work. I can't see it. Okay, so I like this. Okay, that's your count, right? So I see what you're doing. All right, so you've given me the roadmap, Rivian. Good example. 1, 2. It's not 3. 1, 2. So we're working. Well, do you see what he's got? 1, 2. That's like so there's another layer in here. I may have just taken it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? That's still yet to come. So he's a uber bull. Okay, so I'm gonna just do this real quick, just so I can see it better. Okay. All right, so now I can see it a little bit better. Okay, 1, 2. Am I golden here? Looks like I might be. Oh, God. I mean, I guess I don't even really have to say anything, do I? Okay. Just reducing some of the clutter here so I can see what we're doing here, John. That's all I'm doing. So we got a golden corner here that has, well, it's okay. So one thing to note, the golden corner here has got its 80% right here. Now that 80% is burned, right? So which is why he's putting a second one on, right? So it's not like, oh, I got another 80%. No, the 80% is first time. So once we get off of that, which is, I know he just drew that and I just took it off, right? Because I'm trying to make sense of it, right? Now I got another one, right? So I can get my 80% here, 80% here. All right, let's get through that. Let's get all of that. I gotta get this off of here so I can see it. Okay, so here we go. All right, now I can see what we got. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess we got to go ABC there. I think we do. All right, so let's take this down a degree, and let's go. So we get a leading. Oh, whoops. Maybe a boo-boo there. Yeah, we can't put a 2 there. That's a break. That's annoying, right? I know. Fucker. Can't. Right? Of all the rules, I mean, I'll fudge a 4. 2 you can't break. 3 can never be the shortest, and 2 cannot overlap 1, right? So we would have to move this here. Right? Still got its 80%. What? Looking at that, what do you think happened there? Stop run. How would you absolutely be sure now? Look what comes off of it. How about up here? Right, you see all this, same thing. All this liquidity, right? That's all liquidity grabbed, back down. Out of curiosity. No, too much. There it is. All right, in the pocket here. Too far, so we complete here. All right, that's interesting. Okay, so we complete the. I don't know what we're doing there. Okay, fuck. So we just have to move it over one. May have been what he meant to do, and I could have moved when I was doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. I think he wants to be a buyer here. Did he buy it? I don't think he's in yet. Okay, so Rivian. Well, let's label it. Looks like we'd have to do it that way. ABC. This, I hope no reason not to. We're past the golden here, but you got a decent location there. If you want to be more conservative, you just let it. What am I on? 30 minute? 30 minute. Let this. You see the fair value gap here. All right, so I would maybe let that get tested. All right, we have that. See if you get a reaction there. We do not get a new low here, so that's just wick. You kind of have to do it that way. See, so 1, 2, all right. It would be aggressive, right? So if you're, if you want to get a little pullback here, if you're buying it right there, if you're buying it right there, what do we got? He's got a target. Oh shit, he's got a big target. He's going for the big 3. Okay, I like this. Now that I can see it. Okay, so now we got. Why is he putting that target up there? All right, looking for this right here, right? The high probabilities location, and then this would be. See, Dr. John, he's been with us for quite some time as well. Right, so do you see what he's doing here? He's putting, right, so he knows, right? Again, if you're going to put him somewhere, how about the most probable location? Wouldn't that make sense? Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, both of them with targets up here based on the 1618, 175 window. So that's very well done. Good work. Right, so we one swing at a time. We're working on this 1, 2. So thus we would have yet another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go. Let's go green. Okay, so 1, 2. Good looking. What do we got there? 11 to 1. I'll push you off to the side. 11 to 1. You got a very. I mean, look what you could do here. Right? You've got. Let's see if I can do it over this way. Right, you got a clear location here where you're wrong, right? So you can put this 1 tick underneath it, right? So this is the 2, right? So the premise is that this is the hard low. This little stop run here was the hard low, and first target would be here, the inside. The inside, the first one of this 1, 2, 3. Well, there's 11.84 to 1. Now remember, if we're going to get there. See, you don't have to look at that and go, "Oh shit! If I don't take it now, right? Okay. Well, if we're gonna get there, right? What? Gonna look again. If you could script out your dream trade, there it is. Now, if you come up here, right, and you say, "Oh, I want to give it to that low." Okay, you're still decent. It's still 5 to 1, but you've changed the risk profile, so you got to adjust your size accordingly. That's a little. I mean, this is where the market tells you you're wrong, right? The market. God damn it. Market tells you you're wrong here, right? So you got to decide. Okay, if I'm putting it right here, right? Well, how much risk can I take? Right. And now you're down here saying, okay, where can I get filled? Where can I get filled? Doing it here, right? You got to wait. You got to be patient. So it may be that you're waiting for it right here, because if this is 1, 2, it's the same thing, right? The 2 has to hold, right? So there you go. So that would be your inside of the inside. Still 7.87 to 1. Well, okay. What do we think happened here? Where are we here? Jesus Christ, Rivian just got hammered. Well, is there any question where we're going to hit some resistance? Probably not. Oh, you're going to have to hit all these too. It looks like they used that one. So first you got to get through that. Looks like they used it. Right, which is part of the process here. Third target. If I get right on that. Looks like they used it. So we want to work, right? If we can identify the pivots they use, we want to work with those pivots, right? So all the more I want to use this one because I know the algos used it. So if I get down here, right, I got to break through that, and then I got to go back one, right? Because I know they used this one, and then I got to go back one. Right? So as we sit right here, let's wait and see what happens there. So I think you got a little bit of hurry up and wait there, Dr. John. A little bit. Let it show you some, you know, what are we on, 30-minute? You get a 5 out of it and then take the retrace. All right, 3. That's what I would do. All right, here's where you're wrong. So you do it right here. 12 to 1. 12 to 1, nothing wrong with that. Okay, last one from Dr. John, then I got to get out of here. Copy link. And this is, what are we doing here? IOVA? I never heard of them. IOVA? IOVA this live stream. Okay. No, Dr. John. God, these are some, I got to wade through the jungle to get there. Oh, look at the market come screaming back. What terribly shocking. Okay, last one, guys. All right, well, we're here. I'm going to just do this right off the bat so I can see it. Okay, and I'm going to go up here. I will go back to those. Holy shit. Dr. John, when I'm doing this, it's not in no way am I discounting the tools you're using. I can't see it. So I gotta kind of recreate what you've already done. Oh, that's a good looking triangle. I like this. Oh, that's interesting. Huh, how are we doing that? I'm not sure that flies, right? Because it would be teed up as a 2, and we can't have a triangle in a 2, so we got to rethink that. This looks like a 5. Shit, that's funny here. Who was it? It was Ben West. Ben West, right? Says I don't like flats. Is there? But I see them all the time, right? So here, well, okay. So this again, not to be critical. It's just so that you're aware. If you're thinking of this as a 2, so again, a few rules we can't break. We can never have a triangle in a 2. So while it's a WXY or XZ, it's a triangle, right? So we'd have to change that labeling. What are we going to do with that? Looks like, oh shit, here we are with another running flat. Looks like we're stuck with that. Okay, so we can back up. What is this again? Iovance, Biotherapeutics. Okay, we end with a 5, and now I get a 5 out of the chute. I think you're going to have to, it's not that there's not value in having those trend lines there. Well, where'd we go here? 50s. I think you're stuck with that discount, right? You can't go 1, 2, right? So you're kind of stuck with this. So that's not great, right? So all right, I'm with Bill. I don't love doing that. Some sort of triangle in that. I don't love it, but we can't. So I don't see a better way to do it. Here's some sort of triangle goes in here. Yeah, you might be able to do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the C. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so let's go to a 30. Do we have a good one there? It looks like we do. All right, so let's go 1, 2, 1, 2. I like it right there. Well, we've got very, very clear. We know we're wrong, right? We know we're wrong there. So we put the stop one tick below it. That's not terrible. ABC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ABC, that flies. Okay, so if we're coming out of there, that's not beautiful. And that's a free fall. Fuck. There might be a little more in there. Okay, let's go to blue here. Maybe, right? Because it doesn't look even shit even if I go to a 5, which I very reluctantly do. I only do because it's so squirrely down here. That's a free fall. So that's not a great looking start, right? Because this is already a little iffy. You really see. I wouldn't take that, right, myself, because I wouldn't just go, well, waterfall, fuck it, let's call it a 2. I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not a purist, but I'm not that. I would need a little bit more than that. I'm already down to a 5-minute. I cannot dig 3 out of that. I can dig 3 out of this, which actually makes me a little bit. Let's say slow down here. I see. I gotta tell you, Dr. John, I can't say I love this. I mean, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 1, 2 actually plays better. Okay, but let's here. Just out of curiosity. Put some market structure on, see if it gives us any hints here. This liquidity looks like that's all of this is ripe. And so big cluster right here. It's going to have to get through, which actually plays better. Right, for the bull count, you'd much prefer to see this come down here, not take out this low. Maybe you tap down here and then roll the 2 over, so I've got a good 3. Right? I mean, again, my view always, if it's not just absolutely perfect, keep looking. Why? I say this all the time. We have, I don't know, what's the number between crypto, FX, equities? I don't know, 30,000, 50,000 assets to trade. No, maybe not that many. 30,000. What do we got? 24,000 crypto. I mean, why not be picky? Now, so maybe Dr. John likes the story here fundamentally. That's why he's looking here. But my view, if it's not just spot on, perfect, OMG, look how perfect it is, I'll keep looking. Or I'll just I like it. I like the story, but I don't think the TA is ripe, right? So it doesn't. You can't get a 3 into that. You can't, but you can get a 3 there. So it's a little too. Okay, so put the Elliott aside. All right, let's put the Elliott aside. What can we trade it just off of market structure? You got a lot of it. This is all. So the software is highlighting the potential for all of this just to be liquidity grabs, inducement here, where okay, if we come up into that, if we come, I wouldn't buy this. You're in a supply zone here. You got a supply zone here. There's just a lot of reasons to say, okay, I like it, but I'm going to wait a little bit. This is all wick. Shit, I wouldn't be on a 5-minute. I'll tell you that. It's kind of an oddball one, right? Because it sure does look like a triangle. Yeah, shit. I mean, you could. See, he wants to get this thing going, right? Fuck, this could be A, B, C. There could be this triangle could be B. So when you see a triangle, okay, well, what could it be? All right, well, in this location here, it could be a B. A, B, C, D, E. There's a B. A, B, C. Could be that. Could be a 4, but how are we going to get a 4 done in here? The 3 would have to move up here. Doesn't work as well. This still good. I just thought, okay, bottom line, where would be the ideal place to buy this? Right here. Let this sort itself out, right? I feel it looks to me a little bit too much like, oh God, it's FOMO. I'd let this thing come down a little bit more, right? If it is, I'd like it a whole lot better down here. Going for that. Right now, I know I lean on that, but it's just too. Fuck, I don't know what. Look at the God MA, right? How nicely that holds it. I just don't know what we have there. So if I don't know and I'm not sure and I can't, fuck it, I'll wait, right? Off to my watch list. B watch list. I like it, but it's not quite ripe, right? Green bananas. All right, I got to stop, guys. Shit, how are we doing? Oh, fuck, it's 2 o'clock. Went over. All right, well, all right, that's all I got today. Tony T, I know he'll have his BBWI. He'll have that for members to see, and you can see he's posted that. Something up with the, I guess the Discord names have all changed now. Fuck, I thought we did that right, but now I'm just T, and he's T, and I thought I did it right, but I guess we did it wrong. Okay, guys, there we go. All right, all done. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate that. Right. I hope you guys learn a little something. I know sometimes it's weird to watch somebody else do TA, but hopefully as I think it through out loud, you draw some benefit from that, because at the end of the day, you got to do the same thing yourself, right? And our whole goal at TTU is get it to where you don't need anyone. It's helpful when you're learning, like, how does that, right? Those things are helpful, but as in the process here, if you're not a member, right? Well, of course we'd love to have you, but if you're not a member, hopefully you learn a few things so that when you're staring at the blank chart, you go, okay, what's the process? I've seen him do this thousands of times, so let's see. Okay, where's the fives? Where's the threes? Where's the swing? Where's the retrace? What have we got here? Can we identify a trend? It's the process, right? And if you just stick with that process, and you stick with reasonable risk reward, you're going to be fine. You can trade through the learning cycle, but just don't put yourself in a position to where you can get crushed. Right? Again, it's all self-inflicted if you do it, right? Just little trades, right? We're all impatient, like, fuck, I want it now, right? It's the trader's mentality. God, look, again, don't look at how much you can make, right? First question, if I'm wrong, how much can I lose? It has to be your first thought. Okay, if I lose that, can I handle that? Right? Is that serious impact to my account, or can I just roll it off? Or can it just be like, just another trade, man? Just another trade. I got no problem with that. Stopped at its job. On to the next. Right? That's what we hope you gather from this. That's why I do these. Right? Sure, we have a membership, right? Sure, we'd like you to participate, but for those of you that, I'm not here beating the drum saying, come on, spend some money with it, join us, join. I mean, I just do this shit. I'd be doing it anyway, right? It's amazing that I can make a living doing this. Teaching and trading, right? I'm a lucky guy. Okay, guys, that's all I got for the day. I'm going to wrap it, and I see you guys peeling off. Thanks for all the input. Thanks to all the members for posting the stuff that you're interested in demonstrating. Like, God, man, I wish I could take some of these guys and show you the first charts they posted relative to what they're posting now. Quantum leaps. Okay, guys, have a great afternoon. I'm back on